Hi everyone, so this is our Encompass lesson for week 17. So we are going to be focusing on where the location of the Arctic and Antarctic are, where we could find them on the globe, where we might be able to find them on a map, and what the weather and the climate are like in Antarctica and the Arctic as well. So some vocabulary we might be using today is the Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, weather, country, continent, equator, climate, tundra, Arctic and Antarctica. Okay, so before we start, I would like us to have a look at our anchor slide and our anchor question. So I want you to pause the video and answer these questions. Which continent would we find the UK? Sorry, that should say on which continent should we find the UK? Which continent would we find Mexico? What is the climate and what is weather? So pause the video and answer those 4 questions. Okay, so hopefully you would find the UK on the on Europe. It is in the European continent. We would find Mexico on the Northern American continent. So North America. So remember, the climate is the average weather over a long period of time, and weather is what it is doing day by day. So is it raining one day? Is it sunny one day? Is it raining in the morning and sunny in the afternoon? So it is the short term. Okay. So then your first task is going to be this. I want you to go to Google Earth. So if you go back to the home learning page, there will be a link to Google Earth, and it will come up with the globe just like this. I want you to go and find the Arctic Circle, and I want you to find Antarctica. Okay. I want you to think about the equator. So what is the equator? So think about what hemisphere the Arctic Circle might be in, and what hemisphere the Antarctic area would be. I want you to think about north, south. Is it close to the equator? Is it far away from the equator? Where is it compared to the UK? Where is it compared to Mexico? Are they compared to each other? Okay, and you can drop pins on Google Maps to help you to do that. So I want you to explore and play with Google Earth for a little while. Okay, so that is task 1. To evidence that, you could just write me a few sentences, or you could send some screenshots of you on Google Earth. Anything like that is completely fine. Okay, then task 2 is I want you to compare the weather in the Arctic and Antarctica. So there will be another PDF under the one for the flip chart, which will have some information about the Arctic and Antarctic weather, and you can use your own research. Okay, so you can go onto Google and do some independent research, and then you can create a grid just like this, a table with their similarities and their differences. Okay. And then task 3 is this: use the graphs on the following pages to answer the questions below. So you will see there is a graph here for Antarctica, and there is a graph here for the Arctic. The pink line on this one shows the average temperature in that month, and the green bar shows the amount of rainfall. So on this side it is showing the rainfall, on this side it is showing the temperature, but you will see these little numbers actually tell you what it was. And then the Arctic, you have got this graph. So on this side it tells you the amount of rainfall. On the left hand side it tells you the temperature. The pink bar shows you the temperature, and the blue pink line shows the temperature, and the blue bars show the rainfall. And then you have got 4 questions to answer. So in which months in Antarctica did the temperature fall below 0 degrees? In which month did the Arctic have the most rainfall? For both Antarctica and the Arctic, compare how the rainfall relates to the temperature. So what do you notice? Does the rainfall increase as the temperature increases? Does is there no correlation between them at all? So do they not affect each other at all? Or anything like that. So any comparisons you can see, and I want you to do that for both of them. So you will have 2 separate answers to that question. And then question 4, how do the temperatures change over the year? So for example, what I mean by that, does it get colder at a certain time of the year? Does it get warmer at a certain time of the year? And then think about the UK. So if we remember our seasons, we have winter, and then it gets a little bit warmer into spring, and then even warmer into summer, and then the temperature starts to drop again in autumn, and it drops again in winter, and it goes in a cycle like that. So are either of them similar to that? Do they follow that pattern, or do they not follow a pattern? So how are they similar to the UK, and why? Why do you think that? What evidence have you got? Okay. And they are your 3 Encompass tasks for this week. So if you do have any questions, please let me or Mr. Bates know, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.